You're watching Super Mario GVT. And now, Poptropica Road Trip. Journey to the Wild West. Hello everyone, it's Hyper Eel, and welcome to the next episode of Poptropica Road Trip. In this episode, we're going to go through Wild West Island. In this island, you have to prevent El Pistachio and his gang from robbing Wild West Island. Okay, let's begin the island. After you drop down on Dusty Gulch, run to the right. Here, you'll find Elmer, who seems to be acting wild. But you can tame him. Before you can, you'll play minigame, Buck and Bronco. Your job is to put your cursor over the white cursor. If you put your cursor too far, you'll get thrown off and you'll have to start over again. Now, have as much accuracy as possible. The cursor may go too slow or go too fast. Just have as much accuracy as you can. If you manage to do it, you win, and Elmer will be tamed. The guy will give you a horse whistle, just in case if you and Elmer get separated. Now, go on to Elmer and head left. Now, talk to the female pony rider. Say that you got a horse and ask if you can deliver the letter. The letter belongs to Marshall Taylor. He's in Diamond Plains. Let's go! It's a good idea to check your map so you won't get lost. Now, head to either side of Diamond Plains. If you went to the left side, run to the right. To the next area. In the second area, head inside the saloon. You'll automatically go off of Elmer, and in the saloon, there's Marshall Taylor, but you had to play a spinning gum minigame. All you had to do is get your gum furthest from your opponent. Don't feel stumped if you mess up, as you can try again. Eventually, you'll get the gum into the bucket. As you can see here, the bucket is moved farther away. Now you'll have to have much power to spit your gum. If you get it right, you win! Now you can give your letter to Marshall Taylor. You'll read the letter to Marshall Taylor, but Marshall Taylor is done fighting with bad guys. Despite him being the famous Marshall Taylor, he gives up his role to you. He will give you a Marshall's badge. You can put it on. So now that you got the Marshall's badge, let's go back to Dusty Gulch and go to the photo booth. At Dusty Gulch, go to the photo booth. And now you have to take a picture. This is an old camera, so you have to have as better focus as you can, so the picture will be perfect. Make sure you're centered in the picture. Done that correctly, you'll be given the portrait with the picture of you as the new Marshall. This portrait will replace the old Marshall's portrait in the Marshall office. Let's go to Diamond Plains. And this time, head in the Marshall office. Now replace the old Marshall picture with your picture as the Marshall. Now take the pea shooter. Just then, the office starts rumbling. It turns out to be a jailbreak. El Mustache and his gang are escaping to rob Wild West Island. Since you're the new Marshall, you had to stop them. Head out of the Marshall office. Automatically be brought on the map. Now you'll chase down El Mustachio and his gang on horseback. But you don't seem to make it clear. So let's go to some new places that you haven't been. So in this case, let's go to Dos Cactos. Now that you have the pea shooter, you are ready to enter the shooting contest. You have to compete with your opponents. The first one is the man with no name. Your job is to use your pea shooter to shoot as many targets as you can before your opponent does. When you run out of shots, click the reload button and it'll fill up again. Next round is Young Kid. Do the same thing as the last opponent. I'll be skipping ahead. Same thing as the last two opponents, except this time with your third opponent, Gunslinger. Now the old Gunslinger. Last but not least, Miss Annie Oakley. Don't feel bad as you lose, just try again. And this time, be as quick as you can and shoot as many targets. Once you beat all your opponents, Miss Annie Oakley will give you a spud gun. You can use it if you want. Sharon and Elmer uses the cactuses to bounce off them into the upper portion of the area. Head inside the casino because there's a game that you had to play there. It's called Slapjack. Whenever there's a jack, be the first one to slap so you get the cards you want. And be careful, others may try to trick you. So wait until the jack card is fully put into the pile in the middle. Slap. Once the opponents have no cards left, put a jack in the pile, be the first one to slap, and then all the cards will be yours. And you win! After winning, the opponent you played with will give you the map to gold. But you're not going to visit the spot yet, since there's something missing you need to find something gold. Now run to your right, past the guy with the big noggin, and exit. Now, let's go to Rock Ridge. In Rock Ridge, go speak to the young cowgirl. Ask her if you can help her. She wants you to find the calf. You'll need a lasso. You can only use it when you're on the map view. On the map, follow the trail of footprints to where the calf may be. When you find her, use your lasso to capture the calf. Now, take her back to the ranch. Now return to Rock Ridge and speak to the cowgirl again. She will thank you and give you an old saddle. Next, she will give you an optional task. The task is to capture the 5 cattle and bring them to the ranch. If you want to do this, it's fine with you. Once you captured all 5, head back to Rock Ridge. speak to the cowgirl and she'll give you a prize. It's a rattlesnake wrangler costume. You can put it on if you want to. Now let's head back to Dusty Gulch because we got the old saddle. Head inside the trading post store. Now speak with the owner, and he will give you either the oil can or the gold pan. Choose any two you want. You can select the oil can. The oil can is used to fix the gears in the clock tower on Diamond Plains. Head inside the clock tower after you reach Diamond Plains. Inside, how to make your way to the gear system. Now use your oil can on the machinery. You have to grease the right gears as you can. There's enough oil to grease in the gears in the middle portion. When you've done that, click Turn Gears. Then the machine will begin working again. With the clock being fixed, the train that everyone's expecting will arrive at the train station. Now, let's go back to Dusty Gulch and trade back the oil can. You'll need this gold pan because you need it for the location to gold. When you leave Dusty Gulch, head to the spot where you'll find gold. Now you'll need to use your gold pan to find the golden nugget. Sparkling spuds will give you better odds of finding a golden nugget. It may take you a while, but just shake some rocks and extra flecks out of the pan. I'm gonna skip ahead this portion because it may take you a while to find the golden nugget. There we go. There's the golden nugget. This golden nugget is way better than a chicken nugget. If you don't want to have it as an offense. Now, let's go to Rock Ridge and you'll run into RJ Earl, or as the guy with the big head calls it, the Snake Oil Salesman. After the guy drinks an invisible potion, he run off. Now, use your golden nugget and give it to RJ Earl. He will give you his tonics. You could play with one of them, but the first one is required for later. When you get to this area, use your pea shooter and shoot the bird. You'll drop the cannery key. Use the key to unlock the door, which leads into the mine. Afterward, get into the minecart and you'll have to play a minigame. You'll have to use your spud gun to shoot the targets and get the tracks onto their proper path. When you reach the bottom, you'll get off the minecart and go and pick up the blue tulip. You'll be taken to an area where you have to climb yourself out of the mine. The blue tulip is for the guy with the big head you passed by in Dos Cactos earlier. Let's go take the train. Select Dos Cactos as your location. You'll have to play a minigame the first time you get onto the train. It's called Train Robbery. You have to use your spud gun to shoot at the bandits as they're passing by the train. Be careful that you don't get shot. You have some concentration carbonate. You can press spacebar and it will give you some time to concentrate and have better aiming at the robbers. If you manage to evade the robbers, you win. Now that you're in Dos Cactos, use the blue tulip and give it to the guy with the big head. His head will go back to normal. He will give you a piece of the map to hideout. There's another half in Rock Ridge. Let's go back to Rock Ridge and find the last half. Here, you'll find the bank is in ruins. Too late! Mustache and his gang have already taken everything! So, now that you have the full map to hideout, it is added to the map. Now, let's go to El Mustachio's hideout. In the hideout area, dismount Elmer and use Archer Earl's invisible tonics and hurry past them and inside their hideout before it wears off. Now you have to play a shootout minigame where you have to take down El Mustachio's gang. Shoot using interactive objects so the gang will escape from their hiding places. Once you take down the gang, El Mustachio himself will flee from the hideout and go on horseback to escape. Now you have to chase after El Mustachio. Chase him down. The thing about El Mustachio Grande is that he's much faster and harder to catch than a calf. Once you corner him, use your lasso and put it on El Mustachio. Now, you ought to take him to the marshal office, where he'll be put in jail. Now you'll lock up El Mustachio Grande in jail in the marshal's office. Inside, the former Marshal Taylor will give you the Island Medallion. Well, partner, this is the end of Wild West Island. Stay tuned for more Poptropica Road Trip episodes. What is one thing that you struggle in Wild West Island?